In our understanding, Jesus was not someone who got married in his limited ministry, but it doesn't mean he was someone with homosexual tendencies or anything like that. Okay? This is something that just because in the absence of a marital relationship, you are trying to have an opinion that was he actually some individual like that. For our says no. He had a limited time frame in which his mission was very limited. He didn't get married. This is of Islam or this is of Christianity?
Either. They're the different Jesus?
There's a difference.
Oh.
Because historically...
One was gay?
No. When it comes to who Jesus was, historically, the Jesus of Christianity is not a historical Jesus. If you look at historical Jesus scholarship, we've learned much more about who Jesus as a person was compared to what's been told by traditional Christianity. So the answer is someone who's a particular individual of sexual relationship or orientation, you can know about from their lives. Okay? In Islam, to be a relationship of gay is something that's forbidden. Forbidden. People may have tendencies, but they're told to be restrictive of their tendencies. Like people have tendencies to rape women, but we are told to restrict that tendency. To do that, exactly. Restrict it. Control your emotions and sexualities. So people may have this sexual orientation or tendencies, but Islam says you need to control them because that's not the way to behave in this way, in this life. It's a test for people like that. Test for people who want to just rape other women. They need to be modified in terms of our thinking that we need to control ourselves, even though we have a tendency.
Christian Jesus and Islam Jesus. I don't. What's the difference?
The Christian Jesus is where Jesus is of God and part of God. Islamic version or the historical Jesus is he is a human being, a messenger and a prophet of God, but not God.
You agree with that?
We believe he's more than a prophet, the son of God.
Oh.
You see, that's what I'm saying. They call him like a son of God.
Prophet. Oh, so in Islam Jesus is like one of multiple prophets, not son of God.
And he is a historical, as we know from history, that historical Jesus didn't walk on this planet Earth telling people I am God and son of God and worship me. Instead, he told people to worship God. That's exactly what Islam says. So Islam is in line with the historical Jesus, who he was, compared to the theological Jesus of Christianity today. Because they went astray from the message of Jesus Christ. What he preached, they went away and they made into another religion about him. When he came to tell people to worship God, what you find Christians now saying, worship God and Jesus.
Let me come back to your question first one. So in Christianity, we consider homosexualism sin as well, like but a bit more. In Christianity, we consider that homosexuality can be spiritual. So it's like demonic spirit inside people, trying to push them into their perversion. And for example, I have friends. It's my friend. I know her in person. Before that, she was a lesbian. She was dressing and boxing, and she looked like a man, and she was very much in homosexuality. But then she got cancer. And when she got cancer, she started to think about life, because life is like, she could die.
She could.
And she was looking for God. And she was saved, she became a Christian. But she still had this desire for women. So, and we, our friends, we prayed for her and cast out demons, because it can be demonic roots. And she became free, and she's now, she's now looks like a woman. She behaves like a woman, and she's looking for a man now to get married.
Does she have cancer still?
No, she was healed
Oh,
from
she healed from
cancer.
cancer. That's good.
And
So that's a Christian perspective.
Okay.
Islamic perspective, we
Yeah.
don't consider it's a demonic thing.
Okay.
We consider these are orientation that people have. It could be epigenetic.
Yeah.
Okay. Because we know if during the embryonic development with what's in the embryo
Yeah.
developing with the mother's womb, there's lots of different factors that can come in.
Yeah.
Because we know from science that it is not a single gene that we can identify
Yeah.
which makes you gay. Because we have twin studies that have been done, identical twin, genetically identical,
Yeah.
and one twin ends up being heterosexual and
Yeah.
other not.
Yeah.
Okay, homosexual and heterosexual. So to identify that we are born gay or it's already in our genes is very difficult to say scientifically
Yeah.
because the evidence goes against it in various ways. So, but people have this orientation that can come, develop in various ways, not just environmental, as I said, even
Yeah.
epigenetics.
Yeah.
But Islamic teaching is we need to control these desires.
Okay.
For these people, it's a test, like for other heterosexual people,
Yeah.
it's also a test to control
Do you
your
think
sexual
Jesus
desires.
controlled his desires?
In our understanding, Jesus was not someone who got married in his limited ministry, but it doesn't mean he was someone with homosexual tendencies or anything like that. Okay? This is something that just because in the absence of a marital relationship,
Yeah.
you are trying to have an opinion that was he actually some individual
Yeah.
like that. For our says no. He had a limited time frame in which his mission was very limited. He didn't get married, but
Yeah.
when he comes back again in the second coming,
Yeah, second coming.
yeah. He can come back, he can get married, and so on and so forth.
Okay.
So that will answer fully your question about
Are
whether
there
he
more
was.
comings? Could there be like third
He will
comings?
come one second coming only once. Because at that time, this is the end of the times when
Okay.
the world has come to an end very shortly.
Okay.
He will fight the false Messiah, the
Okay.
Antichrist,
Okay.
because he is the correct Messiah.
Okay, so who is the Antichrist?
He's another creation, Dajjal, a false Messiah,
Okay. Is
another
he,
creation of God. Okay? He claims to be that I am.
Around
Yeah.
somewhere now. He might
oh,
be
he's like around. He's
might
like
be somewhere
alive.
now. He-
Okay, all right.
He will appear
Okay.
One world
again,
government
and
people.
of course there will be a confrontation. This is a eschatology in which
Yeah.
there's common and differences between Judeo-Christian Islamic times. But what differentiates out all of this is this: there is a Creator who created all of us for us to live a life
Yeah.
and to fulfill our purpose. Do you believe in a Creator? Is the question which is very essential to ponder upon. Do you believe in a Creator?
Probably not the same kind of creator as Christianity or Islam.
What kind of Creator do you believe in?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I don't, because then even if there were a creator, it begs the question of like who created the creator, right? You need some sort of like.
But how is that a
origin
meaningful
story.
question? Who created the Creator? How is that a meaningful question?
Why does it have to be meaningful for it to be a real question?
Yeah. The question, if it's a valid question, it needs
Yeah.
to have some meaning. If I say, for example,
Yeah.
hello, hello,
Hello, hello.
have I asked you a question?
No, it's just you said hello.
Yeah, so it's not a question.
No, it's
So
not.
any question to be
Okay.
a question, it has to have some inherent qualities. It has to have potential answers and free from contradictions. We don't think about this way because we don't really understand what a question or an answer is. We just go by the flow without any critical thinking. But Islam
Wait,
teaches
this
people
is
critical
DJI?
thinking.
This microphone?
Yeah?
Oh, I didn't know they make micro. I know they make the drones.
I don't
It's the
know.
same
Do they make
company?
drones as well?
They make the
DJIs?
DJI?
Freedom of speech. Yeah.
They make
Maybe.
the drones, right?
From China.
I don't know. Anyway,
yeah, yeah. I didn't know
so
they had microphones.
coming back to the point,
Okay.
questions like who created the Creator, it has several faulty assumptions within that statement. Who created the Creator assumes at one point the Creator wasn't there and was created. It also assumes there was another Creator who created, and also assumes that Creator had ability to create that Creator. Would you be able to justify and qualify with justification all your assumptions for your statement? You won't be able to.
I'm just asking questions.
No, that's why it's not a valid question. It's a rhetorical
valid
statement.
question.
It's not a valid question because the definition of a creator is someone who's uncreated. So by asking
Wait,
who
say that again?
the definition of the creator, definition, a
Definition
creator
of a creator.
in theology, in religion,
In religion.
the creator is uncreated.
Okay.
So by asking who created the uncreated is a meaningless rhetoric.
Why?
Who created the uncreated? Do you not see the contradiction?
Well, you're defining creator, though. You can define.
No,
creator
that's the
however you
definition
want.
come from religion,
Oh, for religious
from theology.
definition. Okay.
So what definition are we working on?
I'm using lowercase c.
No, not lowercase c. We must use a definition that is acceptable in that particular domain. If you're going to talk about,
subscribing it in the square.
if you're going to talk about philosophy, you need to talk about philosophical jargons and terminology within philosophical domain. Come on, that's how we operate in our life. So we need to be consistent and coherent. Should we not?
I think that's a good ideal.
Yeah. So God, in any
Wait, are you Islam or Muslim?
Muslim.
You're Muslim. Okay.
So we believe in a God who is always there.
Yeah.
If someone is always there, the question of creating, originating doesn't come into play. So he is the necessary being.
Do you agree like 90% with Islam or like 10% with Islam?
We believe there is a God, but we don't believe Allah is the God that we believe in.
So there are lots of differences and lots of similarities.
We believe that the God we believe
You think
in
he's
came
mostly
into
right
the
or
world
mostly
already.
wrong?
It's not opinion what matters. It's the truth. So when you talk about your God concepts, are you sure it's the correct concept of God? Because you can ask this gentleman, the concept, or the lady, whether the concept of
Are you
God
a
they
Christian
carry
or a
is
Muslim?
correct or not. Christian. Yeah. So your concept of God, is it a true concept of God?
What's truth?
You don't even know what truth is?
No. Do you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So
What is
why?
it? What is truth?
Before I tell you what is truth, when you say truth, right? God.
Jesus said, I am the truth.
He says he's the truth. That's like, it's like a stage name.
And your religion and syncretism something.
What's that?
Your religion, what is it, your religion?
Oh, it's not a syncretistic religion, no. I'm just exploring here. It started with, I got a pamphlet from you, sir, and I was like, oh, what's this? And now here we are.
Okay, my question to you. Have you ever asked question, what the purpose of life, what the meaning of life, why you are here on the earth?
Yeah, I think you can create your own meaning in life. Some people, they try to find meaning from other sources, like books and faiths and whatnot, but I think you can create your own meaning in life.
And for you, for example, have you find it in your life?
Yeah.
And what is it?
I think it's like you can craft it yourself. For me, it's things like the pursuit of knowledge, or building family, or like being healthy. Like there are all these things that you can create meaning for yourself. Yeah.
Would that necessitate the truth?
What's that?
If somebody says, the purpose of my life is to eat bananas every single day and that's it. Is that the purpose of that person's life?
That would be an easy purpose to fulfill.
Would that be the actual objective purpose for that person created for?
I feel like if that is that person's purpose, that's a pretty achievable purpose.
That's not my question. Is that the purpose for that person created for? Created by the Creator? Because you didn't create yourself. I didn't create myself.
Okay.
None of us created ourselves. So we were created by a Creator who sets our purpose. I don't and I can't set my purpose. Neither can any one of us.
Wait,
God, our
you
Creator,
can set
sets our
your
purpose.
Right?
No.
Can you set your purpose? You can set your purpose.
To eat bananas? That's your purpose God created you for?
I was looking for the purpose of life, half of my life.
Okay.
And then in the middle of my life, I met Jesus.
Okay.
I met God actually.
Okay.
And because, God created everything. I was an atheist, I didn't believe in it. And then I started to believe. And if God created you, He had something in His mind. For example, whatever you do it for the purpose. You go to the kitchen, you don't toss ingredients, you want something nice. You came here, not just, you want to see something, you are tourists.
No, we just came here, just walking around. Yeah.
Anyway, you came to God. So in the same way, if God created you, so He had something in mind. So He had something, a purpose for you. And if you want to know the purpose of life...
So did she set her own purpose, or the purpose was set by God?
It feels like she chose her purpose, right?
Yeah, but who set that purpose?
But she chose the purpose, right? You chose the purpose to serve your God.
I would say it's slightly different.
Okay, how would you say it?
I had this question
Yeah.
in my young age,
Yeah.
and I couldn't find the answer.
Yeah.
I couldn't find the answer. But when I met God, I found the answer. So, but I came to my Creator, and I asked Him, what the purpose of life? What shall I do on this earth? Why am I here?
Yeah.
And because He created me, He knew for what reason He created.
Yeah.
So God set the purpose. So you see the difference? We are same in what we're saying,
You're
in a different way.
similar.
Yeah.
In this case, we were
Similar.
very
So
similar.
God sets the purpose,
Okay.
and the fact that why we say that, because human beings being limited and finite
Yeah.
and contextual in time and place,
yeah.
we cannot decide up. For example, did you set the purpose of your heart to pump blood all over your body? You didn't set that purpose. You had no idea. Do you even have an idea when you're asleep? Your heart is pumping blood all over your body? You don't. All of your organs in your body have a set function, which is not set by you. You don't set your ear's purpose is to have hearing and balance. So all of these are already put by something external to yourself, and that's
How
what we
long
say is
have you
creative.
been Muslim for?
I was born into a Muslim family.
When did you choose to be Muslim?
Throughout.
Well, was there a point where you're like, I'm gonna be Muslim now? Okay.
Throughout. You're born as a Muslim family, you develop yourself intellectually, and the point where you become mature intellectually, you think, distinguish between right and wrong, truth and falsehood. You say, Islam is what I should be believing, and this is what I am following. So this is the invitation to all of you, including the Christians and yourself, not sure what your belief is to come critically thinking to this conclusion that our life should be led by serving and following the will of our Creator who created us. That is the best way of
Are
living
you
our
Muslim
life.
too? Okay.
Best way of living our
Did
life?
he convert you to Islam?
No.
Oh, okay.
I actually learned and I found the truth.
Oh, you did?
Do you believe God died?
God died? No, I don't.
Okay, you don't believe that.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay, makes sense. Okay.
The Creator who is not with the beginning, how can the question of death come in? Because death is a separation of body and soul normally, right? It doesn't apply to God. He's ever living. So we believe the religions that talks about God comes and dies and so on, these are religions who are not using their critical thinking.
Cool. Well, guys, thank
Okay?
you for sharing.
Take care.
Today. Take care.
All of you. All the best.